I appreciate you trying to put on for native plants, I guess. I know a lot of people mean well, but actually the idea of invasive species at all is a colonial concept. The people that are indigenous to these lands did not have that idea. Okay? Why are we sticking with these white supremacist rhetorics that were used to subjugate peoples? These are questions that need to be answered. We don't need to try to evolve our way out of situations. And that's the thing. Animals change. I don't know if you noticed that, but things change. We're changing a lot here these days. You know, it doesn't just come down to the plants or the animals, right? What's the soil doing? What are the microbes doing? What's the fungus doing? What's the climate doing? I think that's changing. You know what I'm saying? We're losing layers of topsoil every year through our life ways, through our attention and intentions of what we do in our everyday lives. You know, a lot of ways this is very much blame shifting. I wish it were that simple that the plants were the bad guys because they're aliens, they're immigrants, they're not from here, and they're the bad guys, so we need to eradicate them. It's not that simple. Okay? If you wanted the native plants to thrive, then we need land back. It's simple as that. The fact that we turned our back on Mother Nature and said, nope, we are evolved creatures and we're better, we know better, and we can handle things. No thanks, Mother, we're good. That's where we went wrong. That's our problem. Because you see, the real invasion is modern agriculture. Think about it. We're always fighting Mother Nature with this. Every time you support these corporations, you're pretty much funding the genocide of these species. All of your domesticated animals and plants that you consume every single day are a war, all out war on the natural world. Because these plants and animals can't survive against nature out in the wild. You see what I'm saying? We have to sterilize the environment because that's what makes these animals that we consume thrive. So everybody wants to talk about monocultures and biodiversity, but they don't even change the way they eat. What are we even talking about here? If you cared about the native species, you would just plant those and make sure everybody knows to be safe with those. You would throw away less trash. You would change your way of life. You don't eradicate other species. That's exactly what put us in this predicament that we're in now. So my question is really, where does everybody get off? Why do we make everything else other and not live alongside it, and then turn around and try to preserve nature like it's a museum that you can ooh and awe at and then go back to your computer? Like, it's really not something to evolve here. There's no figuring out sciencing nature here. That's not the way. It's not a Darwinian world out there. It's not competing, it's cooperation. It's one big organism out there that is ever unfurling, and we're deciding not to evolve. We're deciding to go off of these old ideas that were made to subjugate people and the land and the world. The language isn't neutral. It brainwashes you into thinking that you know what you're talking about. Invasive species, it's choking everything out. These are military terms that you're using to describe things that naturally pop out of the ground. They only have their roots. They know what to do. And that's all they're trying to do is play their role in nature. That's what we're missing out on, is our role in nature. So what we need to do is understand these species. We need to level with these species in order for even to know what to do with them. Like, it makes sense to me if we just catered a little bit and learn how to utilize these things, and that way we can incorporate them in our daily lives and keep them in check in a way, right? Like, it's really not native versus invasive. It's really not. All these ideas were just made to further the invisible lines that these corporations that we call countries made up. So all we have to do is first shift our language about these topics, so that way we can have a more nuanced and neutral point of view, and that way we can learn what to do with these situations that we cause, instead of just waging war everywhere we go. You know, if everybody's your enemy, what good does that do? Like, that is not the mindset that the indigenous peoples of every continent had when they cultivated their natural world. You know, they trusted Mother Nature. They knew that she knew what she was doing, and therefore she provided. So that's it.